Shut up and sit down.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kurth, and today we're going to go over the movie Pet Sematary, starring Jason Clarke, Amy Seismet, Jette Lawrence, I believe is her name, John Lithgow, and twins Hugo and Lucas Lavoie. Now, for those of you that don't know anything or the premise of Pet Sematary is based off a Stephen King novel where this doctor, what's his name, Louis Creed, played by Jason Clarke, moves his family from Boston to a rural town in Maine, and on their property they find this pet cemetery, which has, you know, some kind of eerie little vibe to it. His neighbor, Judd, played by John Lithgow, introduces him to the lore of the land back there behind Pet Sematary, which gets pretty interesting at one point. I mean, the book delves a lot more with that lore of the land and why it went sour, as I like to say in the movie. But overall, I would say the acting in this was pretty good. If you've seen the original movies, there's parts that lead up and go, oh, you know, this is kind of like the original movie. The kid that plays Gage, he looks just like the little boy in the originals. I mean, almost a spitting image. I wouldn't be surprised if they're related some way or another. But overall, it's got a, you know, a good Stephen King vibe to it. It's definitely got some good twists within it. We weren't bored with the movie at all. It moves along pretty good. There are some points or spots within the film that you're like, okay, that's different. I've got to say though, and nothing against Amy, but I really did not like the thing that deals with her sister. I don't want to give away any spoilers, so there's some flashbacks that she has and some issues that she has that concern death, and kind of like in the book, they dealt a lot with it in the book. According to my wife, I haven't read the book, or if I have, I don't remember it. You know, chalk that up to chemo brain. But anyway, I remember very little of the original film. I think the best thing that I remember in the original film was when Cage in the original said no fair. I was kind of looking for that in this movie to see if something like that happened, but it didn't. Like I said, there are some new elements in this movie that the old one didn't have, as far as I remember. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section down below. But if you're looking for a movie to go see this weekend, I would recommend Shazam, just because, you know, superhero movie. And if you're looking for something because Shazam's taken, then Pet Sematary would be a decent choice. We got a lot of trailers to more upcoming horror films when we saw this movie, but that looked pretty good. But overall, the cat was good. Church, I think, is the name of the cat. How they pulled stuff off with the cat was pretty cool. You know, it's generic. There's nothing extraordinary about the film, other than everybody did a good job. Everybody did a good job in the acting of this film. I thought the directing was fine. I mean, it's a Stephen King film. Most of the stories that Stephen King's been made into a movie, you know, there's some disappointment. This is no different. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that are going to be disappointed with the film. You know, oh, it's nothing like the original. Well, of course not. It's a remake. But overall, I thought it was better than the original film. Both films that I've seen. But like I will say this. It's been a long time since I've seen them. And really the only thing I do remember or that sticks out is the no fair comment by Cage. In this one, the little girl, Yeti, I think is how you say her name. She does a pretty good job. She looks real familiar in the film, or in general. Really, I want to say she looks like she could be related to Julianne Moore. I'm not sure if she is or not, but I mean, spitting image of her. She could be her daughter or granddaughter or something. But good little actress. The twins that played Cage, they did good. Amy and Jason did good. John Lithgow did good. The story did good. It moved along. I wish they would have dealt a little bit more with the lore, why the land went sour. They mentioned this creature or whatever, that the Native Americans dealt with and were afraid of. I wish they would have dealt more in that, but they didn't. They gave you just enough to understand, bad place, don't go there. The ending twists were not seen for the most part. I mean, as it's developing, you're going, okay. And if you pay attention, you're like, whoa, I can see what's coming. But if you're just a general moviegoer, you might not. But I'm looking at man, that was stupid of me. I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes, and the tomato meter is 66% for the critics, and the audience score is a 52. Let's see what IMDb has to say about it. The Metacritic, what was that? The Metacritic score was 62%. The average for a score on IMDb is a 6.6 out of 10. So it's getting decent reviews. Nothing extraordinary. It's not a movie that you're going to walk out of the theater going, that was a waste. If you're a horror film fan, a Stephen King fan, you will probably really enjoy this movie. I would chalk it up with the remakes. It's better than the Dark Tower. As far as well, Dark Tower is not really a remake, but it's better than that. I don't remember what other remakes they did. They did Carrie, I know that. Did they do Christine? If they did, I haven't seen it. But anyway, I would say to go ahead and watch this. We're going to give this 3 chompers out of 5. Hopefully I get the chomper icon up before I have to publish this. If not, then I'll put it up later in other videos. But we're going to go with a rating of 3 out of 5. 5 being it's definitely going into the collection. 4 is I would watch it again in the theater. 3, it was decent enough that we're not disappointed with the theatrical release, and we'll probably watch it again when it hits television or Netflix. A 2 would be wait for it to rent either on Redbox, spend $1 on it or whatever Redbox is charging these days, like $1.40, or wait for Netflix. And a 1 would be don't even waste your time. But for this movie, we're going to give it 3 chompers out of 5. My wife Renee agrees. I think she was going to give it like a 3 or a 3.5. But I'm giving it a solid 3. So if you've got nothing better to do, you want a good scary movie to go watch, this is a good one. There's not that many jumps and scares, but there are some creepy elements. The vibe is still there. And you'll be satisfied with it. If you're not into scary movies, don't watch it. It's not terrifying. I wouldn't recommend it to my mother. My mother doesn't like scary movies, so. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, hit the like button. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon so you get notifications of when I go and post new videos or go live. On Mondays, we're going to be releasing Le Pew News. Tuesdays will be YouTuber Tuesdays, where we go over other YouTube channels. Thursdays will be Reaction Thursdays, where I react to either trailers or challenges. And Fridays will be movie reviews. Next week, I hope I get the chance. I do believe I should be able to. Hopefully next Friday we'll be doing a review on Hellboy, the new Hellboy. So keep an eye out on the channel for that. Hopefully you guys have a great day. And with that, see you. Bye.
Don't stop.
Hit the like button like this.
Stop.
And also the subscribe button like this. Peace.